All right, so start standing, your feet comfortably under your hips, toes pointed forward. Great. And then just lifting the heart a little bit, letting the tailbone drop, lengthening, relaxing the shoulders. Lift all your toes and spread them back down. And we'll do a few lifts of our heels to warm up. So as you inhale, if you want to bring your arms into it, you can. Lift the heels up. And as we exhale, lower back down. So the whole time we're lifting and lowering, we want to feel lifted tall through the back of the head, right? So nice tall spine as you breathe. Taking this time to just breathe a little fuller. Feel our feet under us, right? Moving, inhaling up, exhaling down. Good. And then with your heels down, we're going to do a little bit of shoulder kind of loosening and mobility here. So just bring your arms up in front of you with the elbows out from the shoulders, right, like that. And you're going to start by opening the arms and pulling them back and kind of squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit, kind of lifting the heart, and then drawing your arms towards each other, just rounding the upper back a little bit, and then opening, pulling the arms back, feel a little squeeze, and exhale as you pull the arms forward, letting your upper back round a bit. Good, and open, and close. And then bringing your arms back where we started, you're going to just let your right arm swing up and back. And you can let your left arm kind of relax by your side, but we want to kind of focus one arm at a time here. So swing it within the full range of motion without letting your elbow change position, right? So we're just focusing on the shoulder. Full range of motion. Try to let your shoulder relax while you're doing this. Right? Full range of motion, swing. So we're loosening up the joint. Yeah. Kind of relaxing it and yet moving it as much as you can. And then we'll do the left side. So bringing the left arm and back. Full range. Right by your side. Lift. Again, trying to relax the joint. Moving that full range. And then we'll do them both together. So one goes back, one goes front, as if you were walking with exaggeration, right? So you're letting the arms swing. Again, try to focus on letting the shoulders relax while we swing as big as we can. And let's go ahead and add opposite knee. So if your left arm comes up, your right knee comes up. Right arm, left knee. Yeah, so walk as if you were walking with intention or power walking, right? See if I can add the legs here, right? And then just letting the shoulder joint kind of relax as you move. And breathe. Exhale as you lift that knee in front. Yeah, just like we were power walking, really working it. Okay? Me a while to get into that. All right, and then bring your feet under you, shake the arms out for a second, and then bring the arms back up. Well, just bring your right arm to start with. You can leave your left arm by your side. Take that arm out as high as you can, and then pull it in as much as you can. So in other words, external rotation by lifting the elbow, internal rotation in front of you, right? And your arm might go back slightly because you have to bring your arm a little bit in front of you to do this. You have to bring it as much as you can and then open. And then switch. So the other arm lifting and then bringing it up. So again, moving in the shoulder joint, full range of motion, but trying not to tense around the shoulder joint. And then we'll do both at the same time. So open both arms and then in, open, in, See if you can kind of relax your shoulders as you do this. And then let your arms go. Give them a little shake. Rest your fingers on your shoulders and bring one elbow all the way up, back, and around. And then the other big circle, forward, up, back, and around. So we're kind of going with a full range of motion here. Our arm bent, because we can focus more on the shoulder if we shorten our lever. And then reverse your circles, right? And letting the shoulder joint relax and move. Just really kind of exaggerating that circle and that twist, because our torso naturally twists, right? And then go ahead and shake it out. And hopefully you'll find that helpful for your shoulders. And now let's move our hips a little bit. So circle the hips around nice and big. Letting all the lower joints move. Really making as big of a circle as you can. And then reverse it. Good. Just want to get both halves of our body. All right, and then we'll come to the end of the mat or wherever you want to be. And we're going to roll down here. So inhale. And letting everything relax as we roll down and hang. You can hopefully release the head and neck, let your knees bend and straighten a little bit. And then letting the knees be bent a little bit as we stack our spine up for as much as they need to be. And tucking the pelvis under, arms relaxed, neck and shoulders. And we come all the way up. And then we inhale at the top and roll down on our exhale. Okay. And let's bend one knee and then the other and switch. Do a little walk and shift of our hips. And with both legs straight. Walk the hands out away from the feet, spreading fingers wide. Lifting the tailbone. And stretching the heels down. So however you like to do this down doggy kind of stretch. Relax the head and neck if you can. Just let them dangle. And then maybe walking the hands a little farther out and coming a little farther in toward a plank or all the way into a plank. Whatever your version is today, take a couple deep breaths. And then we'll come down to the mat and bring ourselves around to our back. Bring the feet close in, relaxing on your back. Starting with a couple breaths to move our sacrum, right? And let our tailbone kind of move. So just letting your low back move as you breathe. Inhaling, tailbone goes down. Exhaling, tailbone curls up. Inhaling, tailbone goes down. Exhaling, tailbone curls up. So relax the shoulders and just breathe as you move your low back, letting it arch and curl. Yeah, relax the low back. Next time we curl the tailbone up, we'll go ahead and peel off the mat. So coming up into our bridge, and at the top of the bridge, shoulders relax as we press pelvis up. And take a breath. And then letting your spine melt one bone at a time on your exhale. Hips come down last. And then relaxing as we inhale, curling up and peeling on off the mat there as we exhale. And at the top of our bridge, we're going to press the right hip up. Let your left hip drop just a little bit and exhale down, one vertebra at a time. So legs don't move, right? Come back to center and exhale up the center. Peel off the mat. And then pressing that left hip up, just a little tilt of the right hip down, exhaling down that side of the spine. One bone at a time, feeling that stretch across the left hip. Good. And then back to center as we inhale, and then exhale up the center again. And at the top of our bridge, we're going to bring our arms up and over our head and lay them on the ground. Relax them. And melt your spine, or feel like you're stretching your spine down one bone at a time away from your arms, right? Hips come down last. Good. And when your hips come down, let them relax. Let your knees sway over to one side and relax. Arms are just relaxed over our head. Lift the knees and sway them the other way. Relax. And lift them back up. And then we'll clasp our hands behind our head. On our inhale, we're going to just let the left knee drop open to the side. Relax. And then as we exhale, we're going to press our head and shoulders up and slide that left leg straight. Turn to point the toes up. Slide your foot back in. And then lower your head and shoulders down. So inhale, right knee opens to the side. Exhale, press up, slide that right leg straight. Toes turn to point up. Slide the foot back in. And exhale down. Inhale, left knee opens. Exhale, press up and slide the left leg. Toes point up. Slide the foot in. Lower back down. Inhale, right knee opens. Exhale, press up as you slide that leg long. Become parallel. Slide it in and lower down. Let's do two more. Really try to let your hips really relax as you exhale up, straightening that left leg, and then turning the toes to point up, bringing the foot back in, exhaling down. Open right knee. Exhale up as you slide that leg. And parallel, slide it back. And lower down. Good. Keeping our head down, we're going to open both knees apart and let them relax. Open. Maybe your feet are together. Good. And then on our exhale, we're just going to press our head and shoulders a little bit up off the mat. And then turn and look to the left. And then lower back down, turn and look to the right. And press up. Turn and look to the left. So we're making a circle. Lower down, turn to the right, lift up. Just kind of circling your head and shoulders and arms around. Don't have to lift very high. Support your neck and head. And then when you come down, reverse your circle. Right, go the other direction. You can make this whatever feels good to your shoulders, right? Whether you want to bring your elbows closer together or wider apart. Circling our head and shoulders with our knees open. I know it looks funny. All right, and then relax your head on the ground and lift the knees to the top. We're going to keep our hands clasped if you can. Stack your right leg on top of your left so the knees are stacked, like that, cross-legged. If you can't do this with your hands behind your head, you can always stretch them out from your shoulders, sway your legs over to the left and relax them. But if you can, keep your hands behind your head like this. Good. Just feel that nice stretch through our hip. Good. And on your exhale, lift them back up. See if you can let your legs be heavy. Lift them up. Good. And then we're going to add to that a chest lift. So you're going to inhale your legs to the left. On our exhale, we're going to press our head and shoulders up, straight up. And then on our inhale, we're going to lift the legs back to the top and exhale to lower head down. Again, inhale, legs to the left. Exhale, press straight up. Inhale, lift the legs, try to let them be heavy, and exhale down. So we're working our obliques a bit, right? Inhale over to the left. Exhale, press up. Legs heavy as you lift them back to the top and lower down. Keep going. Inhale, legs to the left. Right legs on top. Exhale up. Inhale, lift. Or however you want to breathe, just breathe. And lower down. Now keep your head on the mat here. Let your legs sway to the right. And relax. So we get that stretch across the front of our left hip, side of our left hip. Yeah, all the way through the side body. And lift the legs back to the top. Uncross. We're going to stack our left leg on top. Good. Knees stacked. Sway the legs to the right and just let them hang there. Enjoy that stretch through that right hip. And then next exhale, letting the legs be heavy. Draw them back to the top. And then we'll add the chest lift. So you inhale, legs over to the right. Exhale, straight up. Draw them back to the top. Try to let them be as heavy as possible. And then lower head and shoulders. And then take the legs over to the side. Press up. Actually using your exhale to also lift your legs after you press up if you can, right? Is better. So just inhale, legs over to the right. Exhale, press up. And then lift your legs. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, inhale, over. Just breathe. Exhale, press up. Lift legs. Lower back down. Take it over one more time. And then exhale up. See if you can let your legs be super heavy as you draw them back up. And then lower your head and shoulders. Sway the legs over to the left. Feel that little stretch through our right hip and side. Got to take advantage of a stretch, right? Ah. All right, lift the legs back to the top and then bring your left leg up. Bring your right leg up. Relax your feet and just let your knees hang out here. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to curl up. Try to bring our head towards our knees towards our head. Feel a little bit of a lift of that tailbone and then lie back down. Take an inhale. Exhale, press up again, curl up. Try to make yourself into a ball. And lie back down. And again, exhale up, curl into a ball. Feeling our tailbone lifting. And lower down and relax. Good. And then you can go ahead and release your hands from behind your head. Hug your knees. Give your body a little rock side to side just to relax it. Good. And then we'll put our feet on the mat, arms on the mat. Good. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, peel your spine off the mat, coming into a bridge. At the top of our bridge, we're going to lift our right leg up and straighten it if you can to the ceiling. And we're just going to bridge with our leg up. So on the exhale, lower down. So melt the spine down. Inhale, exhale, peel on up into your bridge. Inhale, exhale, lower down. See if you can articulate your spine here. Exhale, peel off the mat. Inhale, exhale, lower back down. Good. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. You're going to stay here and bend your knee. Good. Pull your knee in and then just stretch that leg long. So pull it in and stretch it long. Pull it in, stretch it long. One more time. Pull it in, stretch it long. Bend your knee, put your foot on the mat. Press your hips up and articulate your spine all the way down and relax. Good. Now for the other side. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. Good. At the top of the bridge, our left leg comes up and we might straighten it to the ceiling. So we inhale, exhale, melt the spine down. Inhale, exhale, peel on up. Good. And just breathe, going up and down, articulating the spine. Right. Good. And then, of course, rest in between if you need to. And next time you come up, bend the knee, pull it in, and then stretch that leg long. Pull it in and stretch it long. Pull it in, stretch it long. Pull it in, stretch it long. One more time. Pull it in, stretch it out. This time we pull our knee in, we put our foot on the ground. Press the hips up. Take a nice big breath and then let your spine melt down all the way. Yes. Grab hold of your right leg on your shin to pull your knee in. Stretch your left leg long and just curl your head up toward your knee and really pull that knee in, like pulling it toward the shoulder. Right? You can circle your ankle too if you want to move your foot around. And then lying our head and shoulders down, we're going to draw the left leg in, grab hold under your knee, stretch your right leg long, curl up toward that knee. You can move your foot if you want here. Give it a little movement, circle it around, and lie your head back down. And then draw that right leg in again. Pull it in and straighten it to the ceiling. If you want to use a strap or something to help you stretch, feel free to put it around your foot. And we're going to give this leg a stretch. And you might like to, draw your head up toward your knee and pull the leg towards you. Just whatever feels good to you, to whatever's doable to give this leg a stretch here. And bend and straighten the knee. And then getting our leg as straight as we can. You can use the strap for this if you want, or else just bring your arms out from your shoulders on the ground. We're going to take that leg across the body, reaching our right foot towards our left hand. Again, feel free to use your strap or band if you really want to for this nice stretch here. Taking it across the body, keeping our shoulders down. Good. And then lifting that leg up, opening it out, reaching our foot towards our right hand. and lifting that leg up. Move my body here. And again, take it across the body. Foot reaches toward hand. Shoulders stay on the ground. And lift the leg and open it out to the side. Foot reaches toward hand. And lift it up. Good. And we'll just do a few circles. So if you want to use a prop to do that, feel free to do that. Take your leg across, down, around, and land at the top. Nice big circle. Just do about 3 big circles going this way, letting our hips move. And then we'll go the other direction. Nice big circle. Shoulders relax. They can be nice and slow too, whatever feels good to you. And then when you finish, go ahead and hug your knee in, give it a stretch. Draw your left leg in, and if you want to hook a band or strap around your foot, you can, and straighten that leg. And we'll give this leg a stretch so you can, however it feels good to you, lift up and pull that leg or use something to help you stretch. Move your foot. It is Monday. We have to give ourselves this luxury of a leg stretch. Right? All right, and then we're going to get the leg as straight as we can. If you don't want to use a strap, or if you're not using a strap or whatever, bring your arms out from your shoulders, taking our leg across, reaching our foot towards our right hand. And lifting that leg back up, opening it out to the side, reaching for our left hand. And lift it back. And again, across the body, reaching foot toward hand, shoulders stay on the ground, lift it up and open. You go a little farther this time. And lift it up. And then we'll do a few circles. So taking it across, down, around, and back to the top. And breathe. Leg circles are a lot about the hip joint, right? And then we'll reverse our circles. Just do about 3 nice big circles. Other direction. And then when you've finished your circles, hug your knee, draw it in, let go of a strap or band if you've used one, and draw both knees in. Good. Curl up, knees toward head, head toward knees. We'll stretch. And then we're going to bring our arms by our legs. And you can either do it this way, or you can support your head with your hands if that works better for you. We're going to take our legs and we're going to extend our right leg up and our left leg long. And then we're going to bring the knees in and we're going to extend the left leg up and the right leg long. And in and switch. Pull it in and switch. Now, if this is hard on the neck, hands go behind the head, right? Either way. I know it can be hard on the neck after a while. So inhale, pull in, exhale, switch and stretch it out. Good. Keep going. Last one. Pulling both knees in, relax back onto the mat. Great. Grab hold of your feet wherever you can and just rock your body, opening those knees, maybe giving them a little pull down toward the ground, right, to help open and stretch the inside of the legs. And then coming to center, we're going to hold on to our left foot, stretching our right arm and leg on the mat. Reach, flexing the foot, opening that left knee, and then pull the right side together. Stretch your left arm and leg long and stretch. Both arms and both legs. Right, so just reaching through one side and the other side. Reach, reach. And relax everything. Open the legs a little wider. Open the arms out into that V. Take one arm over to the other. Keep your feet flexed as you reach across for that hand. Stretch as far as you can. And then coming onto our back and taking it to the other side. And coming onto our back, bringing our legs together. You might want to bend your knees here, bring your feet down, sweep your arms, maybe grab your legs if you need to, roll up to sitting. And when we come to the top, we're going to extend our legs in front of us. I'm Matt. Okay, lift the sits bones, right? Bring the pelvis forward, stretch over the legs. So letting your body relax over your legs. And then sitting up, we're going to come into that diamond, or long-legged butterfly position with the legs in a half bend and stretch forward. You can reach your hands past your feet, but whatever you can do really doesn't matter. Try to relax the legs and hips. And then lift yourself up or walk yourself up. And without moving the pelvis, we're just going to turn toward one leg. And you're just going to stretch that direction. So head toward that knee, keeping your sits bones down. Stretch here. Lovely for the shoulder. And then pressing yourself or walking yourself up and turning a little twist toward the other leg and stretching that direction. Right. Head toward leg. Good. And bringing ourselves up to sitting. And at this point, you can come into a straddle if you can, but if you want to stay in that position, you can as well. So straddle the legs a little bit, and they can also be bent knees, right? So any of those options, but we want you to be able to sit tall, really lengthen the spine, bring your hands resting either on your shoulders, or if you're able to bring your hands behind your ears, behind the occiput, right? If that's comfortable for you, opening those elbows, keeping your ribs over your pelvis, good, keeping the head lifted. And we're going to twist over to the left and then take that right elbow toward the right knee. Down, lift back up nice and tall and come center. Really lengthen the spine, rotate to the right, and bend left elbow toward the left knee. and lift up and back to center. Again, lifting tall and twist forward toward that forward knee with that forward elbow, and then lift up and center nice and tall and twist and side bend forward. Feel that back elbow lift, right? And then come up and back to center, releasing your arms out and down. Bring the legs into a half bend in front of you, lined up with each other. We're going to do genie arms. So you're going to bring one hand on top of, or forearms on top of the other, right? Sitting tall with the elbow or shoulders relaxed, lifting. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we're just going to curl back a bit, right? Find your sacrum, find your low back rounding and stay here. Bring right knee to right elbow and foot comes down. Left knee to left elbow and foot comes down. Keep shoulders relaxed, right leg up and return. Left leg up and return. Right leg up and return. One more. Good. And then come up to sitting. Take a break. Inhaling. And then let's go ahead and switch our arms, actually. Switch your arms, other arm on top. It's going to feel awkward. Exhale back. So curl, tailbone under, just coming back to that place where you can hang out. We're going to add rotation, right? So that we're going to lift the right knee as we twist and take it to our left elbow. And bring it back. And lift our left knee as we twist, taking it to our right elbow. Try not to let the legs wobble. They just kind of go straight up and down, right? And center, and we're just twisting our torso. Twist and back. And twist and back. One more. Twist and return and come up. Release the arms, shake them out. Extend the legs. Now we're going to do this with our legs straight. Similar thing. Okay, so we're going to reach arms forward as we lift tall. As we exhale, we're just going to curl the tailbone under, round back to wherever you think you can hang out. Relax your shoulders. Lift your right leg a little bit and turn to the right. And come center, lower the right leg. Lift the left leg a bit, turn to the left. And return, right leg lifts, rotate to the right. And return, left leg lifts, rotate to the left. And return and come up. Good. And now you might want to let your knees bend because we're going to do a little bit of rolling up and down. So we're just going to reach the arms forward. Exhale, roll onto your back and take your arms over your head. You might want to sweep them around to help you come up. On your exhale, if you can straighten your legs as you come up, take a stretch. And then lift up. And roll back down. You can let your knees bend and straighten as they want to, whatever works for you. And then at the top of our roll up, we'll just take a stretch over our legs. Right? And breathe. If you need to pull up your pants, roll up. And then this time when we come up and we take our stretch, we're going to have a little challenge by lifting the right leg a little bit, rolling back into our roll up with that leg up. And again, you might want to sweep your arms to roll back up and help you come up. And lower down, take a stretch. So just a little challenge, right? Lift up, left leg up, roll back. Inhale, exhale up. Lower that leg, take a stretch. Two more, lift the right leg, roll back. Doesn't have to lift very high, right? Taking that full roll up if you can. Exhale up. Lower the leg, stretch. And left leg. Last one. Breathe, right? Nice deep breath. Help yourself up with your exhale. Leg lowers and take a stretch over your legs. Great. And then sitting back up, like I said, pull up your pants if you need to. Bend your right leg in, and we're just going to wrap our arms underneath our thigh like that, right? And just hug your leg in towards you. Try to flatten your back and just see if you can straighten and bend the knee, right? As much as possible, right? Just an extra good stretch. You can lean back a little bit, right? You don't have to stay upright. Lean into it. Yeah. And then we'll switch. So hugging underneath your left thigh, pull that leg in, lean back slightly, and then if you can straighten and bend this leg. You might not straighten all the way, that's all right. Good, and go ahead and come up. And we're gonna roll onto our back. Arms over our head. Roll your whole body onto your side. Now you can either put your top hand on the ground, or if you want, you can lift it up to the ceiling, make it a little more challenging. Glue the legs together. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your legs. Inhale, lower them down. So it's harder to balance if your arm's up. So if you want to do that, right, exhale up, or you could put your hand on the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now leave your legs there. Press your top half up and lower down. So you're just using your bottom arm. Press up, lower down. Press up, lower down. Press up, lower down. I'll put it together. Top and bottom lifts, lower down. Breathe. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time. Good. And then when you lower down, go ahead and put that top hand on the ground in front of you. If it's not, lift both legs up. You're going to bend the knees, pull them in, and stretch them back out. Now you might need to lean back into your hip a little bit. Pull them in, stretch them out, pull them in, stretch them out. And then we're going to do a little scissor type of thing. Pull them in, right leg goes forward, left leg goes back. Pull them in, right leg goes back, left leg goes forward. Pull it in and switch. Pull it in and switch. And breathe. Your arm is going to be doing a lot of the work here, right? Inhale and exhale. Boy, somebody really wants to talk to me. Okay, reach. Good. Last one. And then when your knees bend in, go ahead and relax them all the way on the ground. Bring both arms in front of your chest. Relax your head and open that top arm up, following it all the way back. Opening our book. And closing our book. Good. One more time. Reach and open. Follow it back. And return to the start position. Right. And then we're going to use our top hand to press ourselves up, bring our elbow under the shoulder, and straighten your top leg. I'm going to lift the ribs, lift the arm, lift the hips, stretching your arm over, away from your leg away from your arm, arcing the body. Okay. And then lift the arm up and lower back down. And again, lift the ribs, lift the arm, lift the hips, big stretch, reach, and lifting up and lowering back down. Go ahead and press up and take a hip stretch here. Or if you want to stay on your back, feel free to do that. So whatever you want to do to give yourself just a little hip stretch. You can cross, stack your legs, go forward or figure four. And then we're going to come out and onto our other side by rolling onto our back and bringing our arms over our head, arms together, legs together. You'll body roll onto this side. You have the option of the top hand being up or on the ground. Right? Legs together, inhale. As you exhale, both legs lift. Nice and tight together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Leave the legs down. Exhale, press head and shoulders up. Inhale, down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, down. Exhale, press up. Put it together. Exhale everything up. Inhale, lower. Breathe. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Really breathe. One more. And then when you lower, go ahead and put that top hand down. Lift both legs, bend the knees, pull them way in, stretch them out. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out. And then we're going to split them. Inhale in, exhale, right leg forward, left leg back. Inhale in, right leg back, left leg forward. Doesn't matter which one goes front or back, just switch them, right? Pull it in and reach. Pull it in and reach. And breathe. Now we're breathing. Good. You have to breathe with this one. Couple more. And then next time your knees come in, go ahead and let them relax down on the ground, both arms in front of our chest. You might be lucky enough to have a pillow under your head. Reach your top arm and then lift it up and follow it back. Opening our book. Feel free to bend your elbow, of course. You don't have to have your arms straight. If it's more comfortable for you to put your hand on your shoulder or something. Good. Close your book. And then one more time, reach, lifting the arm, opening to the back. And closing our book. And then using that top hand to press us up to our elbow. Straightening the top leg. Find your elbow under your shoulder, lift the ribs, lift the arm and hips, and do a big stretch, reaching arm and leg away from each other. And then lift up, lower back down. And one more time, lifting and reaching. Good. And lift up, lower everything down and come up. Or come onto your back if you prefer. Just take a moment to stretch your hip on that side in a way that feels good to you. We don't take long in a hip stretch, but it's nice to get it in there. Otherwise we won't. Yeah. Not enough minutes in the hour, I'm telling you. But we did get a little bit of a late start as well. So to go a little bit after. All right, and then we're gonna come out from there and bring ourselves onto our all fours. So if you need padding anywhere, put it there. And just start with a little cat-cow movement, right? So rounding the low back, rounding the whole back, and maybe pressing back towards your heels a bit, lifting up and coming into an arch. Just allowing your spine to move, rounding and arching. And then we'll bring our spine into neutral, right? Or till it feels neutral. Take your hips to the left and look over your left shoulder toward your hips. And center, take your hips to the right, look to the right. And center, and again to the left. So we're side bending. And center, look to the right, hips to the right. Good. And center. And then we're going to extend our left leg straight back. You might need to widen your arms a little bit or adjust them when you do this. And we're going to do a little push-up seesaw thing. So you're going to lift your leg, bend your elbows to dip down. And then when the leg comes down, we press up, right? Little push-up, little seesaw push-up. Wherever your arms need to go to be comfortable here. Just bend and press up. Bend and press up. Bend up. Great. And then go ahead and return when you press up. Bring that knee under you. Extend the right leg back. Same thing. Lift the leg, dip down, and press up, leg lowers. Lifts and leg lowers. Always, if you can't get on your knees whenever we're doing this arm work kind of stuff, feel free to do like wall push-ups, right? Push-ups against the wall. Those will work just as well. A way to work your upper body. Okay, when you finish that one, bring your knee under you, stretch back to your heels for a moment, reaching the arms out. And then we're coming back onto our hands one more time, back to our left leg. You're going to reach it back and lift it up, and then take it across to your right and look over your right shoulder. And then lift it up behind you and take it to the left, looking at it over your left shoulder. Lift it up, taking it to the right, side bending that way, lift it up, side bending to the left. Yeah, side to side, follow that leg. And the next time the leg goes up, bring it back under you, right leg out. Good, lift that leg, take it across to the left, look over your left shoulder, feel that stretch, your right side, and then lift the leg, take it out to the right, follow it that way, and lift it up, take it to the left, lift it up, and follow to the right. Good, side to side. And next time our leg comes up, bring the knee under you. Good. Sit back to your heels. And then come onto your elbows on your belly. Elbows under the shoulders. And we'll just start in the Sphinx position, right? It feels so good for our low back. We're going to do a half bow. So if you need a strap or a band, you could always hook it around your ankle, but angle your right arm in and grab hold of your left foot or ankle. Pull that shoulder back if you can. Or like I said, you can always hook a strap or a band around it. Just kind of pull gently heel towards you as you press your hip into the ground, right? Press the front of the hip into the ground. You might get a little more stretch as you breathe. And then we'll release and switch, angling your left arm and reach around, grabbing your right ankle or wherever you can hold on. Pull the shoulder back and we'll try to press the pelvis into the ground. Pressing ourselves up with our left arm. And go ahead and release, bringing your elbows back under you. So we're in Sphinx. We're going to face palms down and straighten the arms. So adjust as much as you need to. Draw the shoulders down. Feel a nice little stretch in our front body. Maybe look up to increase that stretch. And we're going to let our arms slide out as wide apart as they need to be, right? Whatever that is for you. And we're going to lift both arms and both legs. Reach and lift, float them up. And we're going to just do a quick little swim. Very small movement. Just kind of moving like you're slapping water, right? Moving up and down. And breathe. Something we don't do very often in this class. Little traditional swim. And then stop swimming, bring your arms out to your shoulders, point your hands toward your feet, your palms, and reach back and lift up into dart or locust, right? And then bring your arms back to over your head and do a little swim. Keep going, stay up if you can, but of course, if you need to rest, you can rest. And then stop swimming, arms out from shoulders, palms point to feet. Reach back and lift. Pull the shoulders back. Bring your arms back the way they came. Over your head. Pull your elbows in toward your waist. Lift. And relax all the way down. There we go. Then we're just going to lift our head and chest up. Press into your hands and come up into your version of swan or cobra. And lower back down. And again, lengthen out and up, press into your hands. And lower back down. And one more time. Press up and all the way to the knees. We're going to sit back onto our heels. Stretch our low back. So if you want your knees apart, together, whatever feels good to you. Hopefully you can let your breath come back to normal, maybe. If you're breathing a little bit harder, right, let your breath come back. Yeah, stretch. Good. And then whenever you're ready, you can come up around. Great. We ran out of time. Thanks for coming, you all. The hit the button here.
Thank you. Thanks,